It's time for another Fast and the Furious coaster update here at Universal Studios Hollywood. So how about you and I dive right in? Made it through security. It's around like 2 or 3 o'clock, but look at this. The plaza is like completely empty. So I'm assuming everyone's in the park. Either that or it's just not busy at all today. And as you can see right here at the front entrance, they have all the Halloween Horror Nights decorations up. I'm not gonna be covering too much of the other updates in the park. It's just gonna be the roller coaster today. Made it in the park and yeah, the place is dead. There's not too many people here at all. It's officially the off season at Universal Studios Hollywood, which is good for those that are traveling to the park. And this is pretty typical around this time of year because of Halloween Horror Nights. Also, it is so hot today. It's like 103 at the time of making this video. There's a gnarly heat wave going through Southern California right now. So if you're in town at the time I've posted this video, yeah, enjoy the beach or something because holy moly, it is hot. And this is exactly why I'm gonna be walking through the gift shop in order to get to the other side where the plaza is, which by the way, if you haven't seen my Halloween Horror Nights merch video, you should totally check that out. I'll leave that link down below in the description. But yeah, this is an easy way for me to get some AC. I've made it over to the Lookout and I gotta say, just walking over here, I think I've already lost like 4 pounds. So huge shout out to those working the next few days here on site because it is a scorcher and I feel really bad that all these guys are having to work, you know, in these tough conditions. I mean, it's part of the gig, but man, oh man. So hopefully everyone's staying hydrated. Moving on to the coaster though, look at this off in the distance. Massive support columns have gone vertical by the escalator. We'll have to check those out in a little bit, but man, oh man, that is huge. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this thing is gonna be insane. Might as well just start off on the far end there. There's no new support columns that have gone vertical on that corner where the turnaround is gonna be, but crews are starting work on what will probably be another retaining wall. You can see the steels going in the ground right there. And then down over here closest to me, closest to the parking structure, you can see that they are starting work on a new footer. So that's really nice to see. The rebar is already in the ground. So the next step would be obviously the concrete work. Oh, there goes a tram. And then moving on towards the right, just ever so slightly, you can see those footings are completed as well. So the next step would be the support columns, but it might be some time until we see those because we still haven't seen the support columns on that end, but it also could be because of all the work happening on the retaining wall. And then I'm assuming another retaining wall because it's gonna do a turnaround and dive down into the earth there. So they're probably gonna dig out a lot of earth in order to get all that prepped and ready to go. Now, as far as this section, there's really not too much going on here. Eventually we'll see some work just because assuming this is where the layout's gonna go, yeah, we're gonna see some more footings in that particular spot. Then panning over towards the main show building, maintenance shed, all that kind of fun stuff where we're gonna be getting on and off the roller coaster. A lot of significant progress. So much structural steel has gone up in the past few days. And it looks like this is the end of the building, but I could be wrong. They could extend it out even more. But just judging from how it's looking like right now, this might be the tail end of it. So very, very soon, we're gonna see this thing fully enclosed. Man, oh man, every single week that I check this thing out, it just gets me more and more hyped. And I am crossing my fingers that this thing opens up a little bit earlier because man, I think this is just gonna be something spectacular. I mean, just the way it's already shaping up is incredible. Especially down here over by Timeline Road, that turnaround into what will probably be another launch or a brake run, man, that's gonna be sick. I mean, the stall right here, look at that. I've mentioned it many, many times already since they've installed it, but the profiling on this is already incredible. I'm trying to look around to see if I can spot any new pieces, but it looks like all the new pieces are closest to the escalator. I'm not really seeing anything new in this section. It's just a lot of the infrastructure, so the track and the support columns. So yeah, we'll continue the journey towards Simpsons. We'll check out a little bit more of this building. Because yeah, there's a lot going on here. And I'm still thinking this lower level is for the queue, like where we're gonna line up inside. And like I've said in the past, if you're here during the day checking out the park, or you're here at Halloween Horror Nights, maybe take like 5 minutes if you're over in this area and check out the coaster because it really is, it's really cool to see, especially if you're a coaster enthusiast and you love this sort of process. I mean, this is awesome. Yeah, this station building, load, unload, maintenance, all that kind of fun stuff. Shaping up very, very nicely. There's so many pieces that are involved with this too. So again, huge shout out to the crews that are putting this together. It's just a giant Lincoln Log project. And this is probably another really complicated aspect of this entire thing. So really nice to see some good progress this week. Moving on though, look at this. Next to the escalator, making your way down to the lower lot. OMG, look at how massive this is. Holy guacamole. Okay, in this head chopper moment right here, that is gonna be sick. That's a good head chopper, wow. Here's another angle. Yeah, look at how tall this is. It just towers over the escalator. I mean, this is going to be stellar when we're going through this element. Now, I'm not sure this is the end of an inversion. It might be an inversion. It's just a little too early to tell. But again, we're gonna be spinning through this. We're gonna be spinning through whatever's going on up there and then down that gnarly curve. Again, the elevation change, incredible. Looking to be very forceful too, because it kind of is spread out up here and then it gets really tight near the bottom, just where you can see the piece of track that's already installed. And then boom, that head chopper moment right underneath the escalator. Wow. That is so cool looking. And you can see right down over there, there's still some footers that need the support columns. So I have no idea how much taller this is gonna go or what those columns are gonna be for, because it looks like the track's just gonna go over this thing. Yeah, I don't know if anything's gonna be on this side, but man, oh man, this is sweet. This is so much fun to watch. And see, there's another one over there that's not utilized either. So I'm wondering if this is also for the canopy that is supposed to go around this thing, because remember, it's supposed to have a lot of soundproofing. So maybe that's what these extra footings are for, is for the canopy. Jeez, I can't get over how tall this is. You have to see this in person. You really do have to see this in person. This is massive. And if you're wondering what the canopy is gonna look like, it's gonna look very similar to this. They've shown in the renders to the city and whatnot. It looks very similar to the escalator one, so that's what they're going to be installing at the top of this thing, including the track. And wow, look at the other side here. All of these footings looked to be finished, ready to go for support columns, and we're going to see a lot of it over here, because remember this, not the dive, but the stall is happening over the road, and then it's probably going to flip, go down into here, which this looks to be done as well, this like retaining wall slash area where they can put more pieces of track, and then it's going to go right up and over the escalator up into that section right there. So another huge elevation change. So we're gonna dive down and then probably up and over, boom, right in here. And then do some crazy spin right underneath the escalator and probably up and around towards the brake run. There's just so much prepped and ready to go. So I'm really excited here in the next few weeks to possibly see some more support columns. There's gonna be a lot in this section. And since we're so close, it's gonna be really, really fun to see this go up. Again, another shot of the support columns. You can see the additional pieces right there. That's to help probably with the stress. There's gonna be a lot of stress on that portion of the attraction when it's spinning and then diving back down underneath the escalator. It's a lot of force there. Moving a little bit towards this way. Yeah, again, really nothing changed, at least from the last couple updates on support columns or anything new over here. Same old, same old. It's just this develop. I mean, again, look at that. Look at that. That's insane. That is insane. Over the escalator like that, that's gonna look so darn cool. This is gonna be so cool once it starts testing, because look at the great vantage point we have to see this. I mean, you're gonna see this thing going all over the place from these vantage points. And I think it's gonna be a really good crowd pleaser, because then people can get excited for it. Maybe they're rushing down to Nintendo first, but then when they're on their way back up, they can see the coaster going and doing its thing, and yeah, people are getting hyped up and ready to go, because you're gonna see this from everywhere. Overall this week, the progress is so nice. It's nice to see an all new section pop up and go vertical near the escalators. And it's really nice to see some more infrastructure work happening near the turnaround with that retaining wall and more. It does make you wonder if the coaster will start soft opening a little bit earlier than 2026, just because of how much they've already done. And just think, we still have 3 more months of the year left. So much can happen in the next 3 months. Well, there you have it. There was your quick look at the Fast and the Furious roller coaster opening up sometime in 2026 here at Universal Studios Hollywood. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'm so glad that I made it out alive. I'm dying, I'm sweating. That was brutal. It's been a brutal weekend, so if you are coming here for the weekend or any theme park in Southern California for the weekend, just remember to drink water. Like, I cannot stress that enough. Stay hydrated, drink water, do not drink a bunch of booze. You can have a drink here and there, but remember to follow it up with some water. And don't drink a lot of soda either, because you don't want to run into a scenario that you're going to regret. And I see so many people at a lot of these SoCal parks when it's really hot like this pass out and they get heat stroke and all that. So just stay hydrated. But yeah, always remember to hit the thumbs up button. That helps me out a lot, and it also helps the YouTube algorithm. And if you enjoy all these videos from Universal Studios Hollywood or some of your other favorite theme parks and you're new here, well, you should consider subscribing, because I have brand new videos every single week that you won't want to miss out on. And also be sure to check out my Instagram account and X account. Those links will be down below in the description. Until the next video though, I hope you have a beautiful day, morning, evening, whatever it is, and I'll see you next time in the parks. Bye.